Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dumb coming back at you with another video. And this is my Sabres Rangers preview for tomorrow night, for today's game now since it's midnight. Henrik Lundqvist in goal for the New York Rangers. Carter Hutton will go for the Buffalo Sabres. I think they're going to rebound. I think the Sabres will. Both teams are winless, 0-1. The Buffalo Sabres lost to the Boston Bruins 4-0. And I have to look and see who the Rangers lost to. But I think it's going to be a rebound game for the Buffalo Sabres. I think they rebound. I think they get their first home win. They're going to beat the Rangers. And then this is the first time they have 4 games in a row. Their first 4 games in a row at home in franchise history. I didn't think it was the first time in franchise history, but I was reading something on Sabres.com that said they start the season off with 4 home games in a row. Their first 4 home games of the season. The first time in franchise history that they begin 4 games in a row at home to start the season. I think Jack Eichel's going to rebound. I think the whole team's going to rebound. Boston Bruins was just a pissed off team because they lost 7-0 to the Washington Capitals the night before. So the very next night, which was last night, they came to Buffalo. 2 nights ago, Thursday night, October 4th, and beat the Buffalo Sabres 4-0. I don't see the Rangers doing that. I think Buffalo's going to beat them and go to 1-1 on the season. Then the Vegas Golden Knights come, and that's going to be the game. I think that's going to be the game of the week right there. Because Vegas last year was their first year in the league, and they went all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. No expansion team has ever done that. And I think that... But I do think that the Buffalo Sabres are going to beat them. I don't think Vegas will repeat going to the Stanley Cup. I think Buffalo wins this game. I think Buffalo beats the Rangers first. And then to end the homestand, they are home against the Colorado Avalanche. That's going to be a great game as well. It always is when we play Colorado. I enjoy those series when we play the Colorado Avalanche because them are very exciting series. And I like the series when we play Ottawa. Them make for exciting games. Boston too. There's some teams that I dislike, like Nashville. I just think that they're not very good, and when they expanded, I didn't like them because I didn't like their colors. The Arizona Coyotes I could respect, but I don't think their franchise is very good, and I don't think they will ever be very good. Especially if Darcy Regier and Ron Rolston are still out there, because they hired him, I think, as assistant GM, Darcy Regier. So I don't think that franchise will ever turn around, although he did make the Buffalo Sabres good. They were playoff contenders for a long time under Darcy Regier. He knew how to make trades. But I just don't think that he can turn around that Arizona Coyotes team. I like Phil Housley as our head coach. I like Tage Thompson. Casey Middlestat, Zemgus Girgensons, Sam Reinhart, Jack Eichel, Rasmus Ristolainen, Rasmus Dahlin, Jake McCabe. I think they're all going to... Zach Bogosian, who we got in a trade with the Winnipeg Jets. He came over in the Tyler Myers trade, I do believe. Yeah. He came over in the Tyler Myers trade. Zach Bogosian did. Tyler Myers still with the Winnipeg Jets, and I'm glad to see that. He was drafted by the Buffalo Sabres, and he just he just wasn't very good for Buffalo. I mean, he was making a lot of money, and he just didn't turn out to be the defenseman they wanted him to be. And I think that Rasmus Dahlin and Rasmus Ristolainen are the defensemen that Buffalo was looking for, and I want to see them sign Rasmus Ristolainen to a long-term deal. I don't think that they should let him go. They should re-sign him as quickly as possible and wrap him up for a long time. I think he is worth 8 years, like $80 million, like Jack Eichel. The problem is there's a cap in the NHL, and if we keep giving guys big contracts, we're going to be in salary cap jail. But I don't mind giving Rasmus Ristolainen that kind of money. Jack Eichel, he's worth that kind of money. I think he's going to be a superstar. I think his breakout season is coming. Tage Thompson, I would really like to see him more. He didn't really do much in the last game. Neither did the newcomer Jeff Skinner, Vladimir Sabatka. Jason Pominville, he's old. He's played for Buffalo when we were in the playoffs, back when Derek Roy and all of them were here. Chris Drury, Danny Briere, and that was the team back then. Danny Briere, Chris Drury, Jason Pominville, Derek Roy. Let's see, there was even back in '99 when they went to the Stanley Cup, when they had Grosek, Schmelik, Zhitnik, the shit smells gross line. And I think that was like Lindy Ruff's second year when he took him to his first year. He took him to the Eastern Conference Final after he took over for Ted Nolan, and then he took them to the Stanley Cup Finals in '99, and they lost to the Dallas Stars in 6 games. And then they went down from there. They traded Dominik Hasek to the Detroit Red Wings, and although then when Ryan Miller came in, they went to the playoffs, and they made the Eastern Conference Finals back in '06, I do believe, and they lost to the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 7. And then the Carolina Hurricanes went on to win the Stanley Cup. They beat the Edmonton Oilers. I think had Buffalo gotten by Carolina, they would have beat Michael Pekka and the Edmonton Oilers. I don't think Edmonton was very good back then. They were the 8th seed. They were the 8th seed and made the Stanley Cup final. 8th seed. That means they had to go on the road every series, and they won until they got to the Stanley Cup. They weren't good enough to beat the Carolina Hurricanes, and I don't think they would have beaten the Buffalo Sabres had the Buffalo Sabres gotten there in '06. I think Buffalo would have won the Cup. Tampa Bay won a Cup before Buffalo did. Carolina won a Cup before Buffalo did. And when is it our time? Well, I think our time is coming. Maybe not this year, but it's coming. We have the talent, we have the players that want to win, and I think our time is coming. So comment in the comment section below on what you think, and as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Go Sabres, let's beat the Rangers.